Mini breaks are 50 shades of cray-cray. How can anyone be expected to go somewhere new and enjoy themselves without at least a decade to decompress? With no idea where to go, what to do or how to eat, it's impossible to stop the whole thing turning into a monumental fudge-up. But do not unleash the rage in your various machines, for I, the missed opportunity that is Richard Ayoade, am here to massively sort shiz out.
Forcibly chaperoned by a televised face to give me the remote chance of relatability, I'm going to drag you, howling, through a maxi mini break.
Yeah. This is travel without mercy.
Tonight, 48 hours in Germany's uber-cool capital, Berlin, a city engulfed by history, culture, beer and sausage. Joining me on this Teutonic trial is writer, comedian and stand-up person, Roisin Conaty.
Just lean in here, guys.
Together and individually, we will drive like noddies.
I could be the new Matt LeBlanc.
Bowl like Daniel Day-Lewis.
I'm banging like child.
And breakfast like Tapau.
We're here, but should we have come?
A 2-hour flight to Berlin is the same price as a cab from Peckham to Putney, ludicrously overpriced.
How's the flight for you?
I didn't dribble or talk in my sleep, you assured me.
Well, check Twitter. That's all I can say.
So, Richard,
Yes.
why have you brought me to Berlin?
Well, thank goodness you asked at this junction, because we're literally about to cut to the answer. Berlin's incident-crowned past has seen it fragmented, divided, and more recently reunified. It has also tirelessly supported David Hasselhoff as a musician and as a storyteller, when many others were writing him off as a spent force. It is currently ranked as the world's third most livable city, and if that entirely arbitrary summation wasn't enough, 127 tons of sausage is consumed on these streets every day.
A thrifty weekend in Berlin can be had for just 134 GBP, a figure we will exceed because we are spoilt and greedy. And this consumerist pilgrimage begins in earnest at this hotel on the banks of the River Spree in former East Berlin.
Wow.
Well, they have really committed to a colour scheme here. This reeks of a first draft. And that view just reminds me of early Richard and Judy.
Why are you saying it like it's a bad thing?
I'm not saying it as a bad thing. They've got a lot to teach us, still.
Hello, welcome in Now Berlin.
How do you say the name of the hotel?
It's Now.
Now.
Now Berlin.
Okay.
You don't need that H, you realise
No,
that?
we don't need the H.
Announcing itself as a music hotel, the Nahau offers 2 recording studios, open mic nights and musical room service.
Do you have any flutes? You know, if you want to do kind of folk rock.
No.
And the lifts have broken themselves down into genres.
I say jazz.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
go jazz. Let's get some Mingus. Come on. Oh, don't close on us, jazz. That's jazz, it's gone, the moment's gone.
Jazz is open again.
Oh,
It's
in and
unpredictable,
out.
jazz.
Well, jazz
you never know
just
what's
goes
going to
with
happen. Wow, it's like a spaceship that Barbie's made.
I mentally scan the 60 square metres of my junior suite for trip hazards and make a note of the slipper situation before we bust out of the joint for a city tour. Because I like to travel in confined spaces with death hovering by my heels, we head with studied alacrity towards the nearest East German Trabant tour.
Don't blow our cover. The guy's name is McGinty. We don't know who he is. We just moved the ice. Hi.
Hi.
Hello,
Okay, fine.
Please enter. I'll give you a short instruction.
Okay.
How to use these old timers.
Okay.
Well, East German's really small.
For £35 each, Arvid, a man whose eyebrows cannot be contained, will lead us on his Trabby safari round Berlin, doling out spiel on a clutch of the city's attractions.
Oh, here we go. I've lost power.
No, we're
I've
losing
lost
our
power.
only freedom. Imagine if this is your way out of East Germany.
No, I
and
need to
you-
pull.
Okay, we go to right side.
Oh, I've got the handbrake on. Here we go. Am I indicating? I don't think we indicate here. Wow, that's a wide turn.
You're doing really well.
I know. I could be the new Matt LeBlanc. It's when you see other motorists look at you with pity that you know you're in an unsafe vehicle.
The Trabant's reputation for unreliability will keep us alive to the transience of life during our punishing sightseeing schedule.
Oh, hello, drums. Sorry about that. Yep.
So we are going to pass the Reichstag building. This is a place where Adolf Hitler became the German Chancellor in January 1933.
Gotta say, I'm still very so-so on Hitler. The more I hear about him, the less warmly I feel towards him.
Concert hall. This is all their big,
Okay.
good stuff.
Oh, here we go. We've stalled. Man down. Here we go.
Don't let it stress you out. You're doing a good job. You're a natural at this.
I mean, I've got a feeling
yeah.
that something's not right. Do I turn now?
I'm going to do like really apologetic hand waves. I think you can.
I'm still in first gear, by the way.
My confident motoring powers us past the TV tower, Victory Column and Brandenburg Gate as pedestrians look on with hushed reverence.
There's a famous landmark in town, the last city gate. That's
Wheeler Fuller, good night. I don't even look in my mirrors because there's nothing I could do. I just want death to come quick. And why is it doing that? I mean, that's not good.
You've got the handbrake on, have you?
No.
Completely in command of the vehicle,
That's a bad sound.
we pull up at our final destination, the most famous border crossing between West and East.
There's something not quite right about taking a selfie in front of Checkpoint Charlie
Or the actors.
with a selfie stick. I feel we're showing far greater deference by going around in these Trabants.
You made it.
so. Thank you so much.
Thank
I hope
you.
you enjoyed the tour.
Thank you very
It was a
much.
pleasure for me.
It'll be this
Yeah,
day.
I'll see you tomorrow. We'll do the same thing.
Although Berlin is the birthplace of the doner kebab, we instead idiotically decide to book in for the Michelin-starred nosebag at Noble Hut and Schmutzig.
I just hope someone doesn't open the door wearing a codpiece.
Trying to counter Germany's reputation as a gastronomic knick-knack district, Chef Misha Schaefer and restaurateur Billy Wagner serve up a gruelingly thorough 10-course tasting menu, so we don't have to squander crucial seconds deciding on what to chomp.
You know, I always compare it with a record. It's much nicer to listen to an album than only to several songs, because you
Okay.
get much more an idea what the artist wants
Right.
to tell you, and it's the same with the chef.
You obviously haven't heard Cooler Shaker.
To health.
And to endurance.
To endurance and to Berlin.
Every one of the 10 courses adheres to Billy's solemn manifesto of using seasonal food so locally sourced it has to have the Berlin postcode. He also flings out edicts on how to consume the things.
Please eat it with your hands.
Okay.
Okay.
Enjoy.
I wonder why you have to eat this eel with your hands.
There's no reason.
Apart from Billy says so. I get the feeling that he'd be upset if we didn't use our hands.
But our hands aren't from Berlin. I want to taste my English fingers.
Oh, that tastes like Berlin. That's bloody local.
The brutal approach to sourcing means many ubiquitous ingredients are massively verboten.
What will you not serve?
Chocolate, vanilla, lemon, oranges, olive oil.
I might try and cook without something. What can I lose? Really push myself.
Star anise. Could you cut that out? I could.
Tricky.
I don't think I could.
So this fish was catched yesterday,
Wow.
and this is fresh as hell.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Enjoy.
Thank you very much.
I'm still on the wooden knife.
No, the wooden knife is just for the butter. Billy is going to throw a fit.
No!
That is so inauthentic.
Don't tell
Yes.
Billy, don't tell Billy.
We can't tell Billy. This is
is-
excellent. All choice has been taken away. This is basically a hostage situation.
Have this, eat this, use this knife, use your hands.
But we know resistance will be crushed.
This is excellent, Billy.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Befuddled by rules and pumped up on variety, we wage war with course 7, indigenous red cabbage and eel soup.
This may be where I part company with the menu for the first time.
No.
You need to down it. Or you're going to wake up with Billy over your head, bawling, dropping salty tears into your eyes. I locally sourced this, Roisin. Roisin, I locally sourced this.
Wow, I nearly did it. I'm getting like the sweats. Billy, how comes this is allowed? Because it's from Italy.
Absolutely.
Roisin.
When we talk about regional stuff, we talk about food-wise.
Okay,
Otherwise, we only would serve beer and corn.
I see. I see.
I'm absolutely dying.
Thank you.
Oh,
I had to ask. Thank you.
This is hurting now. It's actually hurting me. How much more have we got? We've got willow, quince and carrots, followed by quince, pollen and grapeseed oil.
Oh, they've really lost their minds.
As I strap on my reserve extra-large belt, we ram down the first of 2 local, excellent, yet fatally dense desserts.
Okay, here it comes.
Number 10.
I think 10 courses is my limit.
I think I'm tasting the future.
Wow. Good night, Billy.
I think it's been amazing. A great choice.
At last, some acknowledgement of some of the management of this trip. Billy, I don't think I'm going to be hungry for 48 hours. This was excellent.
Really great.
Thank you very much.
I don't mean to be so crude as to ask for the bill, but we must go.
Thank you very
Okay.
much. Thank you.
Look at that. I mean, this is class. Even that leather's locally sourced.
After such a colossal ingestion, we need to see if our legs still work. Berlin is famed for its nightlife, but that's no reason to plunge into severe depression because it also contains this vintage Kegel barn. Hidden in bar basements all over Berlin, the low-tech game of 9-pin bowling is having a welcome resurgence, thanks to people like Julian here.
How long has this game existed in Germany? I need a precise date.
Okay, let's say the 3rd of December in 1169.
That was a great year
Goes
for
back
bowling.
to the 12th century, yes. It
And
is
did
a
they
sort
have
of-
disco lighting as early as that? Or
No.
First one to, I mean, we could call it a day after this one.
It looks like a drunk man trying
Come
to
on.
get home.
You've got 4. This is going to make great television, isn't it? Let's have a look at this. Wait. Don't write it off yet. Write it off now. I plan on restaging the end of There Will Be Blood in here. I'm going to try and do my Daniel Day-Lewis impression. Eli! Eli! Eli!
That might work.
Here we
Oh my
go.
God! See,
Yeah.
that's all you need. It's a bit of heart.
Just needed a bit of Daniel Day-Lewis. Just keep going. We're not leaving until I get a strike.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, we may miss the entire rest of the trip.
That's fine.
Come on, focus
Stay-
in.
stay in the
focus
zone.
in. You're blocking me. Let's focus in. Okay, here we go. Let's focus in. Here we go. That is an 8.
Oh,
I need a 9.
this is the one. Come on.
That's not the one.
2 off the 1.
Sensing an opportunity to elevate the sport
Come on.
and add fresh layers to my growing mythology, I decide to play on solo, my focus becoming zen-like.
My favourite thing is you stop blinking. I don't think you blinked.
I don't know why you're talking during such important match play. Last one, if it's a 9. It's a 5.
This
Here we
might
go.
be the one. This might
Come
be
on,
the one. Oh, I got it!
That's a 9.
I can't believe you got it.
It's a 9. We can leave. We can leave and we can rest. And now you see how fun being with me can feel.
I haven't thrown a ball in about an hour.
Don't make this about you. Allow me my moment.
Well done.
Thank you.
You
Bit
really-
late, too late. That hasn't been done since the 14th century. A 9.
With the Kegel barn a team-building triumph, day 1 ends bestrewn with glory.
Let's go and find lots of people to tell.
Coming up, we go east
Looks like Coronation Street.
and photograph our own faces.
I was trying to get my money back in that one.
We are midway through our circumspect 48-hour schlep round Berlin. Thus far, we have carved up the cobbles,
Sorry about that.
distended our bellies,
This is hurting now.
and created a new kind of hero.
That hasn't been done since the 14th century.
Morning is brokered at the Music Hotel by a room service delivery containing a tower of Breck, some synth, and a maroon axe.
Unbelievable.
I've summoned Roisin to back me up as I start my morning exploration of the fretboard.
Hi, Roisin.
Hey, Richard.
Good sleep?
Yeah, great sleep.
Yeah.
What is going on in here?
I was thinking of starting in G. I've been waiting for 4 hours. Okay? Get going. Get some salmon between that crusty white bread.
Are we jamming? This is
Yeah.
my first ever jam.
Let's just jam in
I imagine
G.
you've jammed loads, right?
Come on. I was born in a jam.
You've got a good guitar face.
Thanks.
You look like you...
That's the word. Any song that ends with this. See, we're in dialogue now. Yeah? I'm just going to put something in between everything you say.
Okay, making my life like a
Yeah.
blues story.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what happened this morning?
Woke up this morning, had to wash my hair. Then I remembered, had to play the keyboards. And I might have lied to the producers. Said, it's a bit better than I am. I can't play at all. And now I've got the blues shame.
No, you've gone Gary Newman.
Have I?
That's not the blues. Okay, I've finished expressing myself. We need to leave. Come on. It's over.
I didn't get much of a go.
Here's the plectrum. Bang. We're out.
After what is a new and now documented nadir, we flee the scene and pound towards what remains of the Berlin Wall. Built in 1961 to stop East Germans fleeing west, it's now a tourist attraction.
It's incredible.
Not a sight of great happiness.
No, but they've kept it and turned it into something positive, I suppose.
They've salvaged something good.
Yeah.
The East Side Gallery, or Art Mile, features 101 paintings commissioned after the fall of the wall in 1989.
No one's chosen to commemorate Hasselhoff's contribution in any way.
From the nearly 200 museums to choose from, we've selected the twice-nominated European Museum of the Year, the DDR, in which a bod can interactively experience life as it used to be in what was the first socialist state on German soil.
Oh.
I see why this museum's so busy now.
4 out of 5 East Germans regularly went swimming unattired.
That's a great stat.
I'm not sure about the tennis nude. That feels like it's just taking it to another
That feels
extreme.
a lot of stuff is ungoverned.
With much of life under surveillance, the home became a palette on which the self was writ.
It looks like Coronation Street.
I don't watch that for political reasons. Now this I like. Easy access to the toilet.
There's normally doors though, right?
Not during this era. I'd like to get back to this era. I mean, this is ideal. Homes under the hammer. Deal
Are you
or no
sure
deal.
they didn't have doors?
Deal or no deal. Deal or no deal. Deal. And you're back.
Sexual education? Nothing I don't know.
There's a lot
Loads.
I don't know.
Loads.
Why?
Oh,
Why?
I'm just face to face with a vagina.
Why is it up in that cupboard? Is that standard
That's where
issue?
you keep the vaginas, Richard. Okay, the kitchen's nice.
It's good. There's access through. There's
It
flow
feels
through.
like we're a couple and you're the laziest husband looking at a house.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a cupboard in here called Women's Day. At work, the Comrade director presented various hard-working women with medals and cash bonuses. Everybody present thanked the party and state for achieving gender equality. The afternoon was one long round of coffee and cake. Not only did the men serve the women, they even did the washing up.
I'm pleased that didn't catch on.
The state also sanctioned a pretty racy-looking dance called the Lipsy.
They thought rock and roll was too capitalist.
Well, they'd probably heard Billy Joel by this stage.
Do you dance at all?
No, I don't. I don't know what it's for.
For yourself, like dance like no one's watching?
Dancing for yourself. Listen to that statement back in your own head.
I think we
Dance
should
for
learn
yourself.
Lipsy.
I'm not learning Lipsy. Lipsy's the devil's
Oh, you've
music.
got very formal. You've
No.
pulled your...
Okay? I live my life by the same rules as Captain Mannering.
Right.
Dignity. Full dignity, and never remove your trousers. Well, you just casually lean up against this railing,
Yes, please.
like Michael Portillo.
My favourite.
It's too low for this lean, but I've committed now.
Just lean in here, guys.
How did you feel about that museum? Who says the DDR couldn't be fun?
Really loved it.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking me.
Not at all.
One of the best museums I've ever been to. What are we up to now, Rich?
I think we ought to go to one of the many vintage photo booths that have started springing up around Berlin.
Although lesser people might wish to photograph Berlin itself, we are only interested in creating further images of our faces before rampant glibness ravages them irreparably. Using an app, we locate one of the 25 restored black and white photo automats to facilitate our wish.
Here we are.
Okay.
Automat. It's okay, I'll stump up the €2.
Thank you.
It's fine. This is what's going to happen. You give 4 expressions and then I'll give my 4 and we'll compare.
I don't know how many I've taken. No, the first one I look like
Okay.
I'm in the bill and I'm saying I know nothing.
Here we go. Let's put them together. Let's look at the variety of expressions here. Look at the journey.
There's one variant.
I was trying to get my money back in that one. Well, I'm very pleased with that. This way we've got a bookmark each. But if I have this in my book and you get murdered, I don't want to get blamed for the crime in the film noir version of this.
And you better make sure I never get murdered.
That's a promise I cannot take on.
Now that that thing has been done, we must now do another thing.
Oh, weather's taken a turn
Oh,
for the
nice.
worse.
Despite a potentially continuity-destroying barrage of weather,
I'm enjoying it though.
I refuse to cancel our trip to a beer garden, especially as this one is in the Tiergarten. Surely a lost title opportunity for a Tears for Fears album.
We're lucky to get a table. This is the most popular beer garden in Berlin. I've pre-ordered, and again, we'll settle up at the end. All crumbs. Thank you very much. You're taking a very cavalier attitude to the cold.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
At £2.40 a piece, the price of a beer takes our Teutonic twirl to £455.36 per person.
What was your favourite moment of the trip, other than just clinking these unrealistic beers?
I enjoyed driving the Trabants because that made me feel glad to be alive at the end.
Yes,
And the
yeah.
10-course meal. And Billy,
Billy.
who I sort of fell in love with in a scary way.
I like getting reacquainted with the neck of a guitar
Oh, you were great.
because I think I'm really going into midlife crisis mode. As soon as I get back, I'm going to buy a boxy leather jacket and look at Porsche rentals. Berlin, will you be revisiting?
It's quite strange. There's a strangeness that I am not articulate enough to convey.
That's good for this moment. Just think it and we'll pick it up.
There you go.
Okay.
You get that?
That's good. Well, thank you for your attendance.
Thank you for having me. It's been
I'll
a real
invoice
treat.
you.
I haven't really spent as much
28 days you've got to pay, and then I come after you.